you know, 80 or 100 pound minimum on this yellowtail. Okay, we are going to be making bait tonight. Okay, we are going to be making scad mackerel. There's been some tubes, some Spanish mackerels, but we are going to get big bait. Okay, that being said, especially at nighttime, it's dark again. They can't see your line. Okay, that's going to be reaction bite on the bait. So 100 pound, 130, bigger the better. Okay, that's nighttime style fishing. So make sure you guys got a rail rod, maybe a Mac 20, Telica 20, an Avit 30, you know, something a little bigger for this style fishing, because these things will rock you and they will break you on 100 pound, no problem. Okay, so make sure you guys got a heavy setup. Like your nighttime flat fall, switch that over your dropper loops. Okay, be perfect. You guys are going to be fishing a 16-ounce sinker. Everybody a 16-ounce sinker, nothing less. You can go heavier, 16-ounce minimum. Okay, if everyone's fishing the same size sinker, this is not a 16, but I'm just telling you guys and showing you. If everyone's fishing the same weight, okay, it should kind of avoid tangles. If everyone's fishing a 16-ounce sinker on this side, one guy comes in the middle and drops an 8-ounce or a 10-ounce, you're going to screw everything up. Okay, those big baits are going to swim your weights. Okay, so you need heavy weights, 16, 24, 16-ounce minimum. Okay, you guys all understand that. Okay, and then a big hook. You can go way bigger than this too. This is a 7/0. Okay, you can go up to a 10, 11, especially on those big baits. Okay, it's nighttime. These yellowtail, I know you think it's crazy, but you know those J hooks that we use on the kite. That's what I would probably use. An 8, 9, 10/0 J hook. Okay. This would be good for daytime if you guys do want to set up another dropper loop for a sardine for the day. If you guys want to try for some yellowtail, you know, you can hook 1, 2 sardines on this one and drop it down during the day on, you know, 60 or 80 pound. But at nighttime is going to be 100 pound with a big J hook, because we're going to be fishing big baits. Okay. Don't get me wrong, you can try those big baits during the day, but I feel like it's mostly night. The sardines are a little better during the day. But don't get me wrong, I've seen them caught on those big baits also. So if you guys want to try your 100 pound during the day too, just make sure we're rigged up, ready to go on 100 pound minimum, big hook, big sinker. Okay, you guys all been dropper loop fishing, let it hit the bottom, maybe take a crank off, that way you're not going through a lot of lead. Just one crank, but everything's going to be associated pretty damn close to that bottom. Okay, make sure your drags are pretty tight. If they're too loose and they're going to peel offline, they will rock you. Okay, so make sure they're pretty tight. It should be pretty tight on 100 pound. Okay, any questions?
All anchor fishing?
We'll see when we get there. These guys been picking on the anchor. Yesterday at least, tuna and whatnot.
Fishing in gear or out of gear?
Oh, in gear. Yes. If you're out of gear, yeah. No, fish in gear. So drop it down, hit the bottom, put in gear, take a crank off. That's it. And hold on.
They will yank the rods right out of your hand.
Yes. No.
Can you catch him just free spooling, like no sinker? Just a
Yellowtail?
flat line rather?
The yellowtail?
Yeah.
Probably not. There's a few spots at the rocks where we could maybe catch them on fly line, like we call it the pole. It's a pinnacle rock that comes up to 60 feet and 300 feet around it. If we do fish that, yes, you can catch them on fly line. I would have 40 pound fly line for that style. But it sounds like a lot of this stuff is in 250, 300 feet of water for this yellowtail nighttime deal. Yeah, the XL was there the first day they got there, spent 4 hours out there and came back into the rocks. Not much. Every day is different, but you know, if it's horrible at the rocks, we'll probably make the tour out to the bank. It's an hour more away. But we'll see. We'll play it by ear.
If we have a lot of current, more than 16 ounces, no problem.
If you got it, if you have a 24-ounce weight, put it on. Heavier the better. But 16-ounce minimum for everybody.
So these are J hooks you want us to go for, right?
J hooks for this yellowtail, guys. I prefer J hooks. Let them swallow that thing. They don't have teeth. Okay, not like these tuna. Tuna fishing, use circle. Yellowtail, use J's.
Right. What about yo-yo jigs?
The what?
Yo-yo jigs.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. Going over dropper loop right now. Okay, any more questions? Drop. Yep.
Yeah, low gear or high gear?
High gear initial. Try to get that thing off the bottom.
Okay.
Then once you guys get it off the bottom, low. Or if you guys can't crank, whatever it is, put in low. Get that thing off the bottom.
Yeah.
But in initial, I would keep it in high, maybe until you get bit, and then you can put it in low.
Okay.
Make it easier.
You don't want to use straight spectrum. If you crank the bottom, you can break it off.
No, get a little.
Leader, put some leader on
A
it.
little. Because you're not gonna. I wouldn't fish a dropper loop straight spectre anyways.
Well, no, just
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it, but no, have some type of top shot, 100, 130, whatever, on your big gear.
something to break off with your angle.
It's gonna be tough enough already. Okay, anybody else? We're gonna move on. You guys all get dropper loop fishing. Okay, another setup I would have for the daytime yellowtail. Like I said, if we anchor up on this pole or some structure, yo-yo style fishing, 50-pound minimum. Okay, this is a Tatty 4.0. You guys use those Salas 6X. I would use the full 6Xs, drop it down a little faster. Some type of full jig. Okay, I would kind of stay away from the 6X juniors for right now. Drop it down on the bottom, wind up as fast as you can. Not necessarily, you guys don't need to wind these things up 300 feet every single time. Okay, let it hit the bottom. Wind up 50 feet, re-drop it, wind it up 100 feet, re-drop it. But once you start scoping out, then wind up and restart. Okay? But just work the whole water column. I'll give you guys a better idea when we get there. Like, hey, this yellowtail's suspended 20 feet off the bottom. That will tell you, hit the bottom, wind up 50 feet, and keep working that little column. Okay? If I say they're suspended mid-column, 100, 120 feet, then you're going to have to, hit the bottom, wind up 120, 130 feet, re-drop if you're not getting bit. Okay, it's going to be a reaction bite. So just wind through your bites, guys, anytime with the jig. Just wind straight through. Even with this dropper loop too, no reason to set a hook 300 feet down. Just wind through your bites. Okay, just wind through it. Okay, let it set itself. Okay. 50-pound on yo-yo. Okay, I would have that rigged up, and then I told you guys in the beginning of the trip, I would have at least a 40-pound fly line ready to go for yellowtail only, not that tuna. Okay, 40-pound for the yellowtail. If they're boiling around on that pinnacle or anything like that, that way you guys are ready to go. Okay, y'all good?
Yeah, on the yo-yo, you want us to put drags up like the same way we do that?
Drag, I would have heavy drag too, because they will. That pinnacle especially, guys, they will break. They're smart. They know where they are, and they will wrap you around that rock and saw you right off. Okay, I would have pretty tight drag for 50. Okay. Yep.
With the bigger bait, we let it eat for a couple seconds, or?
Oh, they'll eat it. No, just let them. Maybe a couple, two seconds. You'll know. They'll eat it. They ain't screwing around with that big bait. Nose hook. Okay, I'll go over the sabiki fishing too. It's been mixed, like the big scad mackerels. Some are, 2 to 4 pounds, 2 to 3 pounds, and then some tubes and Spanish. You guys are gonna have to set up at least a 50-pound minimum for the sabikis. Okay. With these baits being this big and having a 2 or 3 hook ganyan, you're gonna have a pretty stouty rod. Okay, if it's too flimsy, it's gonna be bent all the way to your cork and bring it up to the tank. Make sure it's got a little bit of backbone. That way you can carry your sabikis up with your rod straight, not bending too much for the guys that take off. So a little bit of backbone. You guys can do that later. All your rods should be universal to use. But like your 50 or 60 pound sabiki, everyone's gonna have to fish the same weight. Same thing with this, like the dropper loop. I would have like 12 ounce. Okay. The sabiki should not have more than 3 hooks on them for these big baits. Okay. I know they make those 5, 6 hook sabikis, but that's for little mackerel. Okay. These big mackerel should be 2 or 3 hooks only. Okay. And they should be bigger. They should be like little 2 baits, little mini jig looking things. Okay. 2 hook, 3 hook. If you guys don't have any, I got some on board for you. Okay. With the sabikis, when we catch the bait right after dinner, you guys can start fishing. It sounded like midnight to 5 o'clock was pretty good for them the day before. Last night it sounded like it started from 1 o'clock. And everyone kind of got a little too tired because they started fishing right after dark till 11 and everyone went to bed. So, I can't tell you when the fish are going to bite. I can't tell you when to sleep. You guys are going to have to figure all that out. Okay? We will have a crew member throughout all night. I'm going to tell them to fish. If they start biting, we'll start waking everyone up. Okay? To hook these big baits, guys, through the nose, anytime with the weight, always nose hook them. Okay. The bigger the bigger mackerel too, we're gonna slab them. Okay. You guys can fish a carcass. Believe it or not, we've had our best fishing on carcass. I know it's wild, but you guys are gonna get your minds blown.
Caught them on a butterfly whitefish.
Yep, whitefish. We use whitefish. It's crazy. They eat everything. So, we'll slab up those big ones and not put them in the tank. We'll put the smaller live bait ones in the tank, and so the bigger ones, we'll direct you doing this whole bait thing. But just letting you guys know, those big baits we're gonna slab up. Okay, the smaller baits we'll put into the tank. Okay. Any questions, concerns, problems? What, Scotty? Well, maybe when we're looking around, we'll put the trollers out. But like I said, guys, I'm not going to get your hopes up. There's been boats there for 2 days now, and they don't have a wahoo.
Friedman Adventures. What was your question, sir?
Grouper. I did not go over this in our speech, but guys, they Fish and Game shut down grouper for us. Very few grouper. Broomtails and Gulf groupers. Okay, we cannot keep no longer. Snowies, tans, you can keep. So most of the time at the ridge or at the rocks, they're snowies. You guys can keep them. But if it's a broomtail, which we don't usually catch out here, or a Gulf grouper, it's more the ridge. You guys cannot keep those anymore. Scotty, get.
That's free reel.
Jeez.
Bird's nest. Bird's nest.
Go back to bed, Scotty. Yeah, guys, grouper. There's snowies, tans. You guys can keep, no problem. I'll let you tag, but
What size of the snowies and tans get? I've never even seen those.
from 5 to 70 pounds.
Wow.
Yep.
You guys help us rig up?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a go.
We're ready. We're waiting. We're just waiting to do this tackle seminar. Yeah, the guys are ready upstairs. If you guys need a new line, tangles, there's a lot of tangles going on. Make sure you guys just get a new top shot, whatever it is. No reason to catch a yellowtail of a lifetime. There's 50, 60, 70, 80 pounders around. So if you guys are in tangles, whatever, change your top shots. If you need hooks, sinkers, sabikis, come see us. We're upstairs. Okay, everybody, let's get ready. Thank you.